Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to address you on the occasion given by the organization of the 10th meeting on the High-Level Political Forum on Sustainable Development. This year we assess the progress towards sustainable development and deliberate on the ways to advance on building back better from the coronavirus disease while achieving the full implementation of the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development. The multiple crises generated by the pandemic has slowed down the progress towards achieving the SDGs and has put unforeseen pressure on our global society. In addition to this crisis, nowadays, unfortunately, more than ever, the humanity and the environment need our attention in the context of Russia's unprovoked and unjustified act of aggression against Ukraine, which violates the international law and the UN Charter, endanger the environment and contributes to a global food and energy crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, my country is fully committed to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda. Romania has strengthened its institutional framework for sustainable development by creating a Sustainable Development Department at the core of the government to strengthen the coordination of the implementation of the national level. Recently, we launched our National Action Plan for the implementation of the Romanian Sustainable Development Strategy 2030, an ambitious program with the main objective of creating by 2030 an effective, efficient and transparent governance structure for sustainable development which will assure that no one is left behind. As I am sure we can all agree, policy coherence has a key role in achieving sustainable development. Taking into account the interconnected nature of objectives, the success of achieving the SDGs primarily depends on the involvement of all relevant actors on the society. Let us also not forget that education and rising awareness have an essential role in promoting the SDGs implementation. At national level, as part of our efforts to build back better after the COVID-19 pandemic, Romania's government is using the National Recovery and Resilience Plan in an integrated approach that combines investments and reforms regarding the management of water resources, biodiversity protection, waste management, selective collection and circular economy in order to achieve a sustainable society. I am firmly convinced that the achievement of the SDGs with reference to the environment will contribute to the achievement of all SDGs. Dear colleagues, the forest is the most precious treasure of Romania. We believe that restoring balance and increasing the share of forest areas at the national level greatly contributes to mastering climate change. That is why we have included in our National Recovery and Resilience Plan projects that will increase the forest area by up 57,000 hectares. The forest diversity, increasing the share of the protected areas and strictly protected areas are key elements in our new forest strategy that will be approved this fall. In the same time, we have to accelerate the adoption of the measures to protect the seas and oceans, given the transboundary nature of marine litter and its effects on the ecological diversity on the marine environment. Given that Romania developed a program for reducing and eliminating plastic and microplastic marine waste in order to achieve a good ecological status of the Black Sea. The road to recovery from COVID-19 is not an easy one, but at the same time we should treat it as an opportunity to create a more sustainable and inclusive society than before the pandemic. Let me conclude by saying that achievement of 2030 Agenda is our collective key to well-being and recovery. Thank you for your attention.